What's up, guys? I'm your host, John Gramer, and this is the Vikings.
Wait, that sounded really weird.
What's up, guys?
Let's go!
You can't do that on Tyreek Hill, and we decided to do the exact thing that we know we can't do against the Bears, which is run the ball.
Yeah! Let's go! What? No!
For the win!
No!
The Vikings finally beat Russell Wilson. So in today's episode, I'm going to go over my recap of the Vikings-Rams game. So I'm going to start off with something that is a little heartbreaking. That's the fact that Jared Goff threw 3 interceptions, and they still beat us. Why, you might be asking? We couldn't stop their run game at all. Sony Michel, 27 carries, 131 yards, and a touchdown. That's almost 5 yards a carry. Then also Darrell Henderson gets 1 carry for 17 yards. If you saw my... Actually, no, I forgot. I posted just a pure audio podcast on Sunday. It was a little before the game started. I went over my preview of the game, and one article I saw was 3 reasons why the Vikings will beat the Rams, and one of them was that the Rams struggle to run the ball. I mean, yes, it makes sense because our run defense is atrocious. Our defense in general is terrible. We're ranked like bottom 5, 6, or 7 in all categories, like passing, rushing, probably points too. We have a horrible defense, and the run defense is also very bad, very bad. Like, just the whole game, I would just see Sony Michel takes the carry, runs it for an easy 5-6 yards. A couple times we were actually able to stuff him, and I'm like, hey, it's about time we do that. And then he would still run for like 20 again, or 5 at the minimum. And then, remember, so when I went over my preview, I said we have to be able to shut down Cooper Kupp. Yeah, we didn't. 10 receptions, 109 yards. 10 receptions. We clearly did not plan at all for him. Or maybe we didn't, it just didn't pan out. He's the best receiver this year. And you can't let him go off like that if you want to win the game. This is the reason we allowed 30 points to them. We couldn't shut down their run game, and we couldn't shut down their one big weapon, Cooper Kupp. We had to double him. We would have had to double him a lot to stop him, and we couldn't get anything to go on him. Got 10 receptions. Now, I'd give it a pass if it was like 10 receptions for like 60 or 70 yards. Like, wasn't a ton of yards, but he got 10 receptions and over 100 yards. So that is no excuse for that. We should have game planned for him. But also, no, I don't want that. That also reminds me, special teams did not do good. We allowed that one punt return for a touchdown. If we just didn't allow that, it wouldn't have been 30-23. Who knows? We might have given us a much better chance at winning. But of course, we had to play dumb on that punt return and just not tackle. I even heard while I was watching the game, it was something like we had all of our guys were inside the numbers, which, in case you don't know what that means, or in case you just joined the podcast and you don't know about football, it means like inside the little like lines on the field. I don't know. Never mind. I'm not gonna explain it. So yeah, everybody was on the inside of the field, and then he just goes to the right sideline, down the field, touchdown. And also, Kenny Nwangwu didn't do much on a kick return. In fact, he actually was tackled inside the 10 on a kick return. This is the best return man this year we're talking about, Kenny Nwangwu. And he was stopped inside the 10. He's on the left side of the field, starts running straight to the side, and then gets tackled inside the 10. Then, yeah, our offense inside the red zone was so bad. We were one of the best teams for touchdown rate inside the red zone. and we did nothing inside the red zone. In fact, one of our tries, Kirk tries to throw it to KJ Osborne, gets tipped up, and then Travin Howard gets that interception. And gosh, remember earlier in the year when Kirk Cousins, he at one point had a 21-3 touchdown to interception ratio? Now, I'm gonna look up his stats now because he's thrown a lot of interceptions recently. Yeah, so at one point he was at like 21 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, and now he is at 30 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. I guess that's still a good touchdown to interception ratio, but yeah, that was not good. Yeah, he's thrown 4 interceptions in the last 3 games. Let's see, first of all, he didn't throw any interceptions the first 3 games, and then went 5 straight games without a pick, and now he's thrown 6 interceptions in the last 5 games. That's out of his 7 interceptions, he's thrown 6 in the last 5 games. He was 21-3 touchdown ratio has turned into a 30-7 21-3 touchdown ratio. Wait, let's see, that was after these 2 games, and then hold up, maybe I read something wrong. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the last 5 games. Never mind, because he had 2 interceptions against the Steelers. But he just had a terrible game there, so whatever. Gosh, oh yeah, never mind, I forgot that was against the Bears. Yeah, our offense. Yeah, Clint Kubiak is just a bad offensive coordinator. Like, why weren't we getting the ball to Justin Jefferson so much more against the Bears? Let me show you this. I saw this on Purple for the Win. Justin Jefferson. Let me see if I can get it on here. Justin Jefferson. Tweet about play calling. I'm not sure how to find it. See if I can find it. Gosh, my computer's taking forever to load. But basically, this is what he said. He said, we gotta start being more aggressive. Is it gonna come up anywhere? So what he said was, Justin Jefferson on Clint Kubiak. So basically what he said was, we gotta start being more aggressive inside the red zone, but I'm not the one calling the plays. He's just roasting Clint Kubiak in his horrible offensive play calling. Sad thing is, like, our head coach is extremely defensive minded, more defensive minded than even the best defensive head coach ever, Kill Bill Belichick. I like that nickname. So, yeah, Mike Zimmer is super defensive minded, doesn't pay any attention to the offense, and this is what we get: an offensive coordinator who doesn't even know how to run an offense. It's good, like, when it's fun if you're like a really defensive-minded coach, but you also know what is happening on the offense, like Bill Belichick. But I guess he's also the best coach of all time, so he's not a great comparison. Or, see, who else is defensive-minded? Not sure who else is defensive-minded, but yeah, our coaching has just been so bad this year. We have allowing the most points in the last 2 minutes of any half of any team in NFL history or something like that. going to try to pull up the Viking stats. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 27 for 38, 315. Yeah, our run game was just horrible. 3 yards per carry. Kirk Cousins ran better than Alexander Madison did. But then, yeah, Justin Jefferson, good thing he was able to go off, but that didn't help us much. KJ Osborne, 5 for 68 and a touchdown. Tyler Conklin, 4 for 44. Thielen, 3 for 40. Like, these are guys getting good games. That we have a lot of guys getting a decent amount of receptions and yards. But look at the touchdowns. 0 touchdowns. And yes, you could say the Rams didn't get many receiving touchdowns either. Yeah, they only had 1, and it was to Odell Beckham. But they also had Sony Michel. They also had Sony Michel score a touchdown. And did we score any rushing touchdowns? Oh, wait, we did. Never mind. Crud. Yeah, okay, so... Never mind, I was getting that wrong. So, we both scored a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. The Rams just got that big punt return for a touchdown, which was what gave them the lead. Yeah, I don't know who else, but we like to say the Vikings can put up a fight against any team in the NFL. This, I guess, yeah, at times it did look like we could, but we just played so bad in this game. Yes, it was pretty close, but it was not fun to watch at all. Yeah. And remember I said if Adam Thielen can have a decent game, that could help us a lot. Which I guess, yeah, really that I guess the only excuse we have is that one punt return for a touchdown, because that's what gave them that 7-point lead to win the game. Yeah, I mentioned if Adam Thielen can get a few receptions, just a decent game, 3 for 40. It's not a horrible game. It's not a great game, but it's not a horrible game. That it should help us. Which, yes, we scored more than 20 points on the Rams, which I guess that isn't bad, but I guess they also allowed 23 points to the Jets last year. So, yeah, we couldn't play any better than at the time 0-13 Jets. Also, you know, we lead the league in sacks. Look at the sacks. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 0 sacks that whole game, and we lead the league in sacks with 44 right now. DJ Wanham gets, let's see, that's one tackle off of 2 attempts, maybe. I'm not sure what that means. Harrison Smith, of course, he led the team. Harrison Smith is the only he's one of the only guys you can always trust on the defense, across from like Eric Kendricks and Danielle Hunter, or now DJ Wanham. Yeah, other than him, there's not many guys that are like you can always trust that they'll play good. And then I'm pretty sure the Vikings also have one of the best offensive lines in football, based on like pressure rating and sacks. Let's see, interceptions, defense. There's a sack. Yeah, they had 2 sacks on us. I guess that's a pretty normal game. I think typically teams will get like 2 or 3 sacks in a game. So those two big takeaways from this game. One was that one punt return for a touchdown that ended up giving them that 7-point lead. And then another, we got no sacks. We lead the league in sacks. If the Rams could get 2 sacks on us, we should have gotten 3 or 4 on them. We should have gotten at least as many sacks as they did, but we didn't. With Andrew Whitworth out, their top offensive line moves out, and we still couldn't get any sacks. And I guess maybe they did followed better with our sort of winning game plan, which is to really shut down Aaron Donald, since they didn't have their best offensive lineman. And yes, we have a decent offensive line, but Aaron Donald just went off 5 tackles in that game. Jalen Ramsey and Troy Reader also had pretty big games. Aaron Donald 3 tackles for loss. That's out of his 5 tackles. He had 3 tackles for a loss. The Rams just got us right where they shouldn't have got us. Let's look at the total yards. Passing yards, we dramatically beat them, but rushing yards, 159 to 66. That's where they really destroyed us. It was in rushing yards. Guess we didn't have a horrible game passing. They didn't have a great game, but average yards per play 5.7 and 5.1. Points scored, 30 and 23. Interceptions thrown, LA throws 3 interceptions. If your quarterback throws double-digit interceptions, you should lose the game. I think like one of the only other times so far in the season that a team has thrown multiple interceptions and still won was the Ravens, and they beat the Browns 14-10. Lamar threw 3 interceptions and they still won. And then Matthew Stafford decides to throw 3 interceptions and we still couldn't beat him. And yeah, that one Anthony Barr interception one interception that should give you good momentum to win a game. Like if you can get turnovers. Oh, never mind. That's not, I'm pointing to the wrong thing. That's not it. That was their one red zone interception. Yeah, if you can get turnovers, that should give you the momentum you need to win the game. And based on that, we should have won easily. Like instead of we lose 23-30, it should have been 30-16. Like if you win the turnover battle by that much, you should easily win the game. And that one Anthony Barr interception that was inside the Rams 20 that ended in a field goal. You start your drive inside the 20 and you can't score a touchdown? Another just disappointing. Very, very disappointing. So, really sad. Let's go over the drive summary. Punt. They scored a touchdown. We threw an interception, but then they punted. Second quarter, punt, field goal, so now they're up 10-0. Another punt, interception, field goal, it's 10-3, 13-3, and to end the half. And then right away, they get the ball, they throw an interception, but then wait, what the? Huh? Touchback, 5-yard run, big play, interception, Matthew Stafford. Intercepted by Xavier Woods? What? Oh, never mind, I was thinking of the wrong thing. I keep on forgetting that Anthony Barr's interception wasn't the only interception. I think looking at the interception numbers, seeing one interception for us tricked my mind into thinking that Anthony Barr's interception was the only interception, but it's not true. So interception, touchdown, punt, field goal, touchdown, field goal, and a fourth quarter. Now the Vikings have an 11% chance at winning, I think, at making the playoffs. Let's check this out. 2021 NFL predictions. Yeah, right now, where are the Vikings? The Vikings, 11% chance to winning. But one thing I want to point out, if we can beat both Green Bay and Chicago, that jumps us up to about 40%. That's not horrible. That's not a horrible odds. And then let's say the Saints. Let's say they just lose one game. If they lose one game, that bumps us up to 58%. Oh, whoops. Put that down wrong. A win against Miami. If they lose, bumps us up a bit. They can lose 2 games, then... Gosh, I keep on forgetting. So you tap in, then it's win, loss, tie. Bumps us up to 60, over 60%. So, if we have to win all the rest of our games in order to really have even a chance at winning, at making the playoffs. Gosh, my computer's so slow. Finally. Trying to adjust this. So, let's say the Saints win all the rest of their games. What the? That'll put them at 7-8-1. What? 8-8. That should change. 8-7-1. 9-7. Come on, load up. Stop taking so long. The Vikings go 9-8. They go 10-7. They've made the playoffs, and yeah, we're probably knocked out. Let's say the 49ers win both of their games. Then they should be in. The Vikings, slim chance at making it. Say the Eagles also win both their games. Say it goes to the worst case scenario for other teams. Yeah, we're basically knocked out of the playoffs at that point. So I'm gonna wait for it to load up. My computer's really slow, so it takes a long time to load up. They go 10-7. They go load up. They're gonna go 10-7. Yeah, the Vikings are already knocked out of the playoffs by then. So our playoff chances are not fully in our hands. Even if we win both games, we'll still need a lot of luck. But okay, so that's gonna be it for this episode of The Vikings with John Gramer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notification bell. Comment what videos you might like to see. Wait, I haven't posted. I was trying to film the ending to the Vikings Rams game, but I think I might have just forgotten to post it yesterday, so then I forgot to post it all along. Might be too late to do it now, but just remember the Packers will always suck, and Skol Vikings.